All right, what's up, everyone? My name is AJ Wrights Crypto. Thanks so much for joining me this Monday afternoon. Wow, this is weird. I'm going on at 12:30. Why is that? Well, let me explain it. So, doing the live stream, I believe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week. I might not live stream Wednesday because I'll be traveling to Bitcoin Nashville, but I might, maybe, we'll do a live stream before we leave. All right. Regardless, Thursday, Friday will not be live streaming. Next week will be kind of scattered because I'll be traveling a little bit, but I will still do live streams and additional videos. But once I get to Orcas Island in Washington, I will be on a normal live stream schedule remote. And because I'll be on the West Coast, I will be going after Ben's show. All right. And Ben's sometimes ends or 12:30 or 1 or whatever. So I'm basically going after Ben once I'm on the West Coast. Once I get back, I might stick with a later time. I might stick with my normal time. Not sure. But, you know, it's one of those things where I'm still trying to get it locked down what's the most efficient for everyone. And I do feel going as early as I normally do at 10:30 really suffocates the West Coast of America because a lot of crypto bros don't wake up at 7:30 in the morning. So that aspect of it has been a bummer for me this whole time. And I feel like I could do better numbers if I had a better time slot. So I have been, kind of working to figure out exactly what that looks like. Ben's show Ben did not have a show today. Ben had a thing. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to talk about it. I'm glad you like my hat. Relax, guys. It's just a red hat. Ben did not have a show. Shout out to everybody saying the Grogger gang in the house. Love to see you all. I do appreciate each and every one of you. You guys rock. Everybody got B Mark says H-bar is not doing so good. I'll have to take a look at the chart. Karen Harris, Blockchain, Bonehead, Brian, Booty, Ben, Uncle Ben's, Mr. Mojo, Carter Pennington, Overnight Express. Shout out to each and every one of you. I do appreciate you all. All right, so let's start at the beginning. First of all, whoa, Biden dropping out. I mean, kind of makes complete sense. I mean, at that first debate, I watched it at 3 a.m. in Barcelona before we flew out to Vegas, and I was just like, God, this is your guy. This is your guy. Like, it was really bad. And I have always tried to be open-minded towards, both sides of the aisles. Always. I try to I'm not like officially a Republican or officially a Democrat. I there are some things I lean one way on or some things I lean another way on. And I think people should look at things like that case by case basis and not, vote the way the party votes. That's not always the best way to go about things. It's very important, at least for me, to not live in the white or black or the 1 or 2, or, I don't want to live binary. You want to live in the grays, all right, and be able to make your own decisions on each topic. So I have always been open-minded for the other side of the aisle. But Trump obviously has been vocal pro-crypto. I wasn't much on Trump in the past because he really, he wasn't the biggest crypto advocate. All right. And now he's waking up to it. He sees it's a large demographic, millions of Americans hold crypto, and getting the crypto vote is an important demographic. And he sees that. And he also knows that we don't want crypto innovation going overseas. He sees that. And for that, he does have my vote this coming election. Although Biden has now dropped out of the race. I can't say that I didn't see this coming. There was even bets on Polymarket about, is Biden going to drop out? Yes or no? I should have bet on that thing. It's kind of hard to tell. But now the people are saying Kamala. Some people are saying Michelle Obama. But I think I know what's going to happen. Kamala runs. She gets massacred. Kamala Harris has a better chance meeting God. It's just not going to happen. Michelle Obama, I don't think so. I think what I don't want to happen, the worst case for Republicans is if they run Hillary. I can feel the eye rolls from the chat. I can feel you sitting at your computer or your phone just going, oh, not her again. I get it. But Hillary could do some damage. Hillary versus Trump round 2. This is literally wrestling, everybody. This is literally the WWE E, but E is for election. And yeah, never forget, everybody. Never forget this statement. I'm about to say this statement here. It's very important. I want you to remember this. The political stage is the entertainment branch of the military industrial complex. The political stage is the military. No, excuse me. The political stage is the entertainment branch of the military industrial complex. That is true. That is completely true. And I don't want you guys to lose friends or to lose family members or blah, 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 blah over the election. It does happen, unfortunately. But relax, guys. It's just a red hat. All right. I you know where I stand. I'm going to leave it there for a little bit, but I do want to see I hope they run Kamala. I hope they run Kamala. Them saying that's our girl, the woman who cackled so much, everyone said, oh, they hated her, and then they put her in the basement for 3 years. They literally did not let her show her face for 3 years because, yeah, I'm over this election and it's July. I'm right there with you. But to be fair, people, I don't like, I literally had someone on my Twitter yesterday. All I did was post a picture of Kamala cackling, and I just said, please, comma, God, comma, no. Please, God, no. Kamala. All right. And I had this one person from the Algo fam actually like, we don't care about your political views. Stick to crypto. Blah, 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 blah. The implications of this election are dire, and the outcome for the bull run has a lot to do with this election. Trump gets elected. We get more pro-crypto regulation. We innovate crypto here in the States. That's a good thing for the global aspect of crypto if America gets behind it. If America pushes it out, that's not the best. I think crypto can survive without America. I've had a lot of conversations about that. Like, could we still have crazy bull runs without America? Yeah, I think we could. But if America's fully on board, like trying to be the center of crypto, that just gets me going. And, so with all due respect, I have to touch on this. I absolutely have to. And everyone else, look at Altcoin Daily, BitBoy, everybody's talking about the election, and it does have to be talked about. It just does. Do have a couple articles, obviously you guys know, inside Biden's unprecedented exit from the election. At least CNN has an accurate headline on that. Another headline here: the digital chamber urges VP Harris to embrace crypto in Democratic Party platform. This is actually kind of interesting. There's this letter here. If you look at this tweet by Eleanor Terrett, definitely give her a follow. The Crypto Trade Association at Digital Chamber has penned a letter to VP Harris urging her to take a forward-looking approach into digital assets. The letter calls on her to include pro-crypto language in the Dem Party platform. Blah, 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 blah. There's a lot to it. Not going to read the whole letter, of course, but here is, the actual tweet here. We'll read the rest of this, though. To choose a crypto-friendly running mate and to start engaging with industry leaders. We are hopeful that with your leadership, the Democratic Party can pivot towards a more supportive stance on digital assets, aligning with the aspirations of millions of Americans who believe in the transformative power of this technology. So let's hope that this letter is well received at the very least. There was kind of hopes of this back in Texas at Consensus. There was hopes here because at the time, Biden did not veto yet. In Texas. And basically, they were like, maybe the Dems are going to try to steal the crypto vote at the last hour. And a lot of people were like, well, we can't forgive them for all the damage they've done. And what, Ben and I like to call Operation Choke Point 2.0, which is the coordinated attack to suppress crypto from the left side of the aisle, which is 100% not a conspiracy theory. I literally argued with a woman in Barcelona who told me I was a conspiracy theorist because I believed in Operation Choke Point 2.0, which is 100% true. All it is that Gary Gensler is Elizabeth Warren's puppet and she'll mention something, and 2 weeks later, Garrett Gensler sends a Wells notice on what she talked about 2 weeks ago. I wrote a script for Ben for this years ago, and it has continued and continued to happen. Remember the back-to-back Wells notice on, with Coinbase, and then the very next day it was Binance, or it was Binance first, then Coinbase. Like the Dems haven't suppressed crypto. Like, okay, like we need to talk about that, because they certainly have. And obviously, you look at people like Emmer, you look at people like Patrick McHenry, people on the right side of the aisle who have been vocally pro crypto. The right side of the aisle is the pro crypto side of the aisle. And with this story, there is a part of me that obviously I don't want Kamala to win. I don't want that, but I would like her to have this letter be well received, and for her to say, you know what, maybe we should grow with the times. Maybe we should go pro crypto for our campaign, if she is the one they decide to go with. If it's Hillary, probably not. But, I think there is a possibility that whoever the Dems decide to officially go with, that person says, you know what, crypto's not so bad. Let's get those voters too. I would not hate to see that, because then both sides would be pro crypto. I feel like it's a very rare scenario, but it is a possible outcome. And that's kind of a part of the storm I wanted to mention here today. Also, big news, Bitcoin Nashville. Guys, I could not be more excited to go to a crypto conference. I could not be more excited to go to Bitcoin Nashville. Jada and I are driving on Wednesday. We're staying at the same hotel as everybody else. It's going to be a really good time. My birthday is on Saturday, which is awesome. I have a little thing for you guys for my birthday as well. I'm giving you guys a present for my birthday because that. Anyway, but no. First of all, I'm just excited to see everybody. The Altcoin Daily Brothers, Wendy, Crypto Face, Soloway, everybody's going to be there. I'm very excited. It's like a family reunion. Every couple months, we all go to these conferences, and I love that aspect of it. But also, of course, Donald Trump speaking, Michael Saylor, Kathy Wood, Edward Snowden, Russell Brand, all speaking at Bitcoin Nashville. July 27th, Saturday. That's my birthday. Get your tickets, guys. If you click the link down below in the description here, down below, you can get 10% off on your ticket for Bitcoin Nashville if you want to go. Decide to go last minute, or you live in the area, or what have you. Going to be an absolutely great time. But now there's rumors circling around. The rumor circling around here. Wait, where's my tab? Oh, might have lost my tab. Oh, that's not the right tab. Oh, I found the tab. Now the rumor circulating. Elon Musk allegedly to speak at the Bitcoin conference. Changed his profile photo with the blue eyes, the laser eyes, and his plane landed in Tennessee. Everybody, Elon is in Tennessee. Just maybe Elon, speaking with Trump, something like that. Maybe they're waiting last minute. Obviously, this is a rumor, but there are articles. This isn't the only one I saw. I saw a couple of tweets about this as well. Elon could be speaking at Bitcoin Nashville. So, obviously, he has vocally sided with Trump as well, which is really good for crypto. Guys, I'm telling you, the fact that Bitcoin Trump is speaking at Bitcoin Nashville, we finally get like a proper address from the maybe president directly to the crypto community. This isn't a rally in Pennsylvania. This isn't a normal thing in Vegas. This isn't Trump just normally speak. This is Trump speaking to a pro crypto audience, period. This has never happened before. This is history. This is history. I'm bullish on Saturday. I'm really bullish on Saturday. And you guys might remember, last week, I'm trying to type and talk at the same time. Not always easy. Last week, I did put this video out of a new segment that will be continued today. There will be a new segment of 4 charts in 4 minutes. That is like my new segment that I'm going to do a couple times a week, that I'm extremely excited to really go down the rabbit hole on, because I could do kind of call outs. I can kind of really tell you guys where we're at. And, you know, the first one didn't perform that well, to be honest with you. Here, let me share this tab instead. But I think it's something that's going to build steam. You know, I think it's one of the only videos I've ever posted with less than 1,000 views, which is fine with me. But I do want to really lean into doing this segment, 4 charts in 4 minutes, because I feel that quick content is super important for me to do with this channel, because a lot of the videos I do, the price predictions, the interviews, you know, I try to keep the portfolio update short, but even those end up being over 10 minutes. And I'm really suffocating myself because I don't have like a quick 5-minute video you can just watch to stay informed. And that is certainly something I'm missing. And not everybody wants to watch a 20-minute video. That turns people off. So 4 charts in 4 minutes is certainly a good way for me to make quick content that people can digest and stay informed about crypto and technical analysis. And we look at the 4-hour chart so you can see it a little bit. You could watch it, you know, the next day and only be off by a couple candles. You know, and that's why I do it that way. But this first video I made here was absolutely fire. I called Bitcoin at the time was 64,000 at the time. 64,000. And I called Bitcoin going to 68 within the week. Some people said, dude, you're crazy. We're going down. Am I? Because Bitcoin actually bounced off 69 5 days later. 5 days later, we were down here in the 64 somewhere. We were over here. I mean, we're talking a 7% call on that show, on the first episode ever. All right. Moving forward, I actually also talked about, you can't see the point of control here. Let me point the volume profile here. 1 second. It's taking a second to load. But anyway, Powell was kind of down in the doldrums here a little bit. Oops, what am I doing? It was kind of down here in the doldrums, you know, a little bit. And the point of control on the volume profile was up here somewhere. And there was also massive support resistance at 29.6. I said for Pal AI, I said, if we break out of this downtrend that Pal's been in for over 100 days, okay, we bust out of the downtrend, we break above support resistance, the volume profile is all the way up here. That would be a 30-some% move to, I think I said 38 cents. And when was that video? Last Tuesday. Boom. About a 40% call. 40% call on Pal AI. Not bad. Just kind of showing off some of the accolades there, because 4 charts in 4 minutes is going to be a segment that's super easy to watch, super easy to follow. Crypto Wendy O is calling me. I'm going to answer. Hi, Wendy. We're live on my live stream right now. Yeah, I will. All right, much love. Bye. Oh, Wendy, she's the best. She is my crypto mom. She is. She feeds me. She's the best. It's good to hear from her, though. I don't believe she's going to Bitcoin Nashville, but I'll have to circle back. I think she's traveling. Yeah, she's her birthday is very close to mine. I didn't know that, actually. Jada and her were texting the other day, and I think she said that Wendy's birthday was I don't know what's going on here. Okay, all good. So yeah, so the Powell call was cool. 4 charts in 4 minutes, guys. I'm going to put a lot of effort into that segment. I'm going to do it multiple days a week. A quick video that doesn't take long for you to watch, just to stay informed. That's where I'm at with that. Couple stories I want to run through here. Where to even begin? My computer's kind of moving kind of slow on me right now, so I do apologize me kind of pausing. Let me check the chat here for a minute. Yes, the Wendy O. SWFL Crypto says Powell was one of my biggest gainers last week. Boom. Good job. Glad you got in on that. Of course, not financial advice, guys. Always not financial advice. Big pay. Yo, AJ, just hopping in. We going up. I hope so. I am going to get into the charts here in a little bit. The big pay. We need to circle back, bro. We need to circle back. My editor took, forever to get the version of the interview back to me from the interview that we did about Atrium. So I'm either going to put out the interview we did weeks ago or film another one. Big pay. So let me know. Maybe we'll get a maybe if you're going to be at Bitcoin, I'm going to give you a call, Big pay, after this live stream. I'll hit you up. All right. So Sweet. And anybody, if you're going to Nashville, like Catherine Ritchie in the chat, feel free. Come say hello. Come get a picture. Come talk to me. Ask me any questions you want. Very easy to get along with. Very easy to talk to. Don't be intimidated. I don't give a shit. I'm completely shameless. I will talk to absolutely anyone. And I love when people come up and say, "Oh my God, Nago, good to see you." Blah blah blah. I'd love to buy you a coffee. Talk crypto. Absolutely. Open door if you see me at Bitcoin Nashville for sure. So a couple stories here I want to run through pretty quick. Mt. Gox prepares for repayment on Bitstamp and executes test transactions. This has been a worry. This does kind of factor into, the ceiling for Bitcoin at the moment. I believe, will 99% of Mt. Gox creditors really sell their Bitcoin? I mean, you kind of can't blame them. I mean, we're talking about a group of people that waited 10 years. Where's the number here? Where is the number? More than 9.4 billion worth of Bitcoin is owed to approximately 127,000 creditors who have been waiting for over 10 years to recover their funds. And they could be looking to sell their Bitcoin, which has increased in value by over 8,500% in the 10 years since the exchange collapse. And you think Bitcoin all-time high is in the 70s. Bitcoin's at what, 66, 67 right now. Do you blame them for selling? I think it's a rookie move to sell here, actually. I mean, we're post-halving the year before the bull run's supposed to be. Even if Bitcoin goes down a bit from here, I still feel we're at least going to see 120K. At least 120K. That's like a very shallow projection. That's actually like a laughable projection to say my 120K. I think it's gonna be way higher than that. But they've been sitting on it for 10 years and it's up 8,500%. Some people are going to press the sell button for sure. Here's a quote right here from Jacob King. 99% of those on Mt. Gox are going to sell their coins the moment they get it. Imagine billions worth of Bitcoin all being dumped gradually over the next several weeks. There's no way to spin this off to be bullish or news that could offset this. I completely disagree. News that could offset this. There's always news that could offset it. Always. You never know with crypto. There is certainly news that could offset this. I don't know, maybe like Trump speaking at a Bitcoin conference. That could help. So, and here's a poll on Reddit. 56% intend to continue holding, while only 20% of the respondents, only the people who participated in the poll, signaled an intent to sell. So there's certainly not 100% of people are going to sell. And it's kind of a continuation. 36% is complete of the distribution from Mt. Gox, but there is 6 billion left to go. But guys, when you really think about it, it's not the end of the world. Like guys saying, "Oh, there's no bullish way to spin this." Bitcoin's market cap is 1.3 trillion, 6 billion. So this going from 1,337 to 1,331 isn't that big of a deal. Relax. You know what I mean? It's not like 600 billion. It's 6 billion. Bitcoin's market cap 1.3 trillion, guys. Calm down. All right, quick overview. 67,000 for Bitcoin, 3,400 for Ethereum. Solana 180, just about 180. Love to see that one woke up. We did call this correctly on the Telegram group for Solana. Where's my chart? Going to show off real fast. Whenever it loads, take your time. Rush, no problem. So basically, what we were talking on Solana was before this breakout here. All right, the walls were closing in a type of not exactly symmetrical triangle, when kind of marked by lower high, but higher low. And I like to say that the walls are closing in. And anytime the walls are closing in like a pattern like this, it's going to break one way or the other. And you always need to alarm this and alarm this. And this position here is well documented, from the group, from from the group and even on the live stream, I talked about it. And from the point of the breakout to the tippy top, we are talking about a 9.6% move in a day in 22 hours. And if you're in that trade, you're still up 6.5%. Not bad. But now what we kind of got to worry about is a couple things on Solana is that there's this high that we need to break. Very important that it gets above that with the break structure to get above that previous high and continue. And also you want to talk about on even the 2-hour chart, the nature of this sort of ascending, broadening uptrend, very sharp move to the upside. And you could even, some would even argue to draw it like that, which you could, but that kind of eliminates, some of these touches back here. And even this isn't perfect. So I really, if Solana gets above 188.4, it needs to get above it and stay above it. All right. Or we could kind of see something like this. So when even kind of zoom in, sorry, my chart is being really slow on me right now. I also kind of want to get my volume profile involved here as well. Check my envelope. Okay. So we do have a reversal signal on the Nadaria Watson envelope, but we are still trading above the 50 EMA, which is really good to see. I mean, so if Solana did a retest to the EMA, we'd be looking at 172, like 170-ish range. And then if you wanted to set an alarm at 184.8, which would be local high, and maybe get a trade off of that, you could. Even if you kind of come back out to Solana on the 6-hour here and kind of take a quick little peek at the volume, you will kind of, let's go to the daily and back out big time. It is really good that we broke out to the upside, but we still just kind of have to be aware of, this kind of range down here. Like what I'm trying to say is that this right here, you see how much time Solana spent in what I like to call a box of chop. It spent a lot of time in this box of chop, and the volume there is kind of a gap between 170 and 140. I'm going to say a gap between 170 and 150 in the volume profile here. And if, in the event it comes back down to here, it could range between 150 and 130 again, if that happens. So do want you to be aware of that if Solana does decide to drop, because when you kind of really look at any other time Solana has had one of these sharp little uptrends, like here, look at this. For example, right here, Solana did this before, right? It had this sharp ascending broadening. It fell out pretty hard. Even if you want to kind of look at this sharp ascending, this isn't even ascending broadening, but you kind of get my point, right? When Solana does these quick, sharp moves, it breaks down. Quick, sharp, breaks down. Quick, sharp, breaks down. Quick, sharp. You get my point. All right. So basically, it's either Solana gets above 188.4 and stays above it, breaks structure, or Solana breaks down and certainly set an alarm on this, and you could short the break of that maybe to 140, 150, where there is a lot of volume. So quick little overview there for Solana. Back, all right, XRP 60 cents. Love to see it. Cardano 42 cents. Gotta talk to Charles about this, man. You gotta wake this thing up. Wake it up. Shout out to the ADA gang. I do appreciate you. Hey, I'm gonna take a quick look at the gainers and the losers, kind of expedite what the rest of what I got going on here. And there are over 120 people watching this show. I appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I do appreciate all over 120 of you here. Thank you guys so much. All right, so gainers and losers. Celestia up 9.8. Dog Whiff back to 280. Guys, remember the level for Dog Whiff in the past was 316. That was the magnet level we always talked about with Dog Whiff. Now that it's at 280, 316 is back in the picture. Dogecoin up. I'm not showing the right thing here. Sorry about that. Dogecoin up, Helium up, XRP up, and everything else is up, 3% or less. In the loser side, we have Arweave down 6.3, Popcat down 6.1. Popcat is a coin we have targeted a lot in the Telegram group, and that's for a reason, because it has an unfathomable amount of volume on Phemex, and you want to target coins that have high volume so you can quickly jump in and jump out of any trade of any size. All right, so Popcat has been a big target, and it has been awesome to see it break into the top 100, currently resting at 93 by market cap, despite it being down 6.1% on the day. And we do have a kind of the who's who of losers in the 4 to 3% range. Anything from Algorand to Toncoin to Brett to HBAR to Caspa, the Graph, Ondo, Lido, BitTensor, a little bit. I hope the Wi-Fi didn't go down. Chat disconnected. This isn't good. Give me a thumbs up. Can you see/hear me? That's not good. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I'm going to pretend that you guys can still hear me and that the internet didn't just randomly just disconnect. Okay, we're good. Everything went black on my screen for a minute there, and I kind of panicked. Okay. All right, we're back. I appreciate you all. Loud and clear. Thank you, Rags and Richie. All right, so a couple other things I want to touch on. We talked about Mt. Gox. I do want to touch on a couple unlocks that I don't know, if you guys are holding some of these coins or not, but there are a healthy amount of unlocks about to hit the market, not even in August, but in the last week of July. And I want you guys to be aware of those if you're holding any of these coins. Over 110 million in unlocks is coming from various projects scheduled to unlock this month, and it's the 22nd. So all this is happening. GAL, Galaxy, not Galix. I don't even know how to pronounce that shit. GAL will unlock 2.1 million, which is a half of a percent of the circulating supply. Alt layer, ALT, will be releasing 684 million tokens on July 25th in 3 days. Alt layer will account for 42% of the total circulating supply. Yield Guild Games will have 14 million tokens released, 3.7% of the circulating supply. Athena and AGIX, which is interesting. AGIX is still kind of following through with a vesting schedule, considering the ASI, they already changed the name to artificial superintelligence, but it still says FET as the ticker. So I don't think the transformation has been complete with the merger of the AI altcoins, because AGIX is still going through with its vesting schedule. So you kind of got to keep an eye on that. And it has lost a lot of value leading up to the merger because it was kind of like an unknown, and a lot of people kind of got nervous and sold. And that happened with FET as well. So it's kind of interesting to see how that played out. It was certainly a risky move by all three parties involved there to merge together like that. So ENA and AGIX will see significant token unlocks. Athena, a synthetic money protocol, and Ethereum will unlock basically 1% of their supply, a little bit less than 1%. And AGIX is going to lock 5.27 million, which is 1.33% of the circulating supply on July 28th. So there you go. Just want you guys to be aware of these unlocks. If you're holding these coins, it's certainly something you want to think about. We've seen this play out to a pretty strong degree following tokenomics with Pyth a lot earlier this year. There was a big giant cliff unlock coming, which doubled the supply of the coin, and the coin lost 60% of its value leading, or more of its value leading into that unlock day. Because you always, even if it's 1% or 2%, every time you hold a new coin in your portfolio, you have to think of it like it's another one of your babies, and you got to take care of your babies. You have to be aware of their doctor schedules. You have to be aware of their vaccine. You got to be aware of everything that's happening to every one of your babies. That is always how I like to look at it. When it comes to tokenomic schedules and the coins I hold, always will keep you informed on that. We talked about Kamala Harris. We talked about Elon Musk. Let me do myself a favor and get rid of some of these tabs here. My computer's running a little bit slow. It's probably because I have 15,000 charts on TradingView pulled up at all times. We did kind of touch on this really quick. I'm just going to show the headline here. Michelle Obama for Democratic nominee. Crypto bettors think her odds have just tripled. Interesting. I doubt they'll go with her, though. I think, like I said, I think they're going to go with Hillary. And hopefully this is the case for this final story of the day. Biden's exit could spell the end for SEC chair Gary motherfucking Gensler. Let's hope so. 10x Research predicts that Gensler will resign in January or February 25 if Donald Trump wins the president election. And guys, miracles do happen. They exist. It's real. For a saint to be made a saint in the Catholic Church, there has to be 3 miracles attributed to them. And then 1 miracle is hard enough to find, let alone 3 miracles to make one, priest a saint, basically. And, miracles do happen, and maybe they'll happen to crypto. The day Gary Gensler resigns or gets fired, hopefully, crypto will pump to high heavens. And I cannot wait for that day. Also, quick story, from the Daily Hodl. I do like the news site, the Daily Hodl. Sergey Nazarov, aka Chainlink, says the world's largest asset managers and banks will connect to DeFi protocols powered by Chainlink. And guys, this is no surprise, kind of a continuation of the main narrative that we've been talking about with Chainlink, the cross-chain interoperability protocol, also known as the CCIP, which does not just link Chainlink to DeFi, but it also serves as a bridge from DeFi to TradFi. And for Sergey, the founder, coming out and say, hey guys, the largest asset managers and banks in the world are going to connect to DeFi protocols that are powered by Chainlink. That is very bold statement for the #1 oracle in the crypto space. It's not my largest holding, but you certainly want to have some exposure to Chainlink. We've seen how fast Chainlink has moved earlier in the year. Maybe we'll take a quick look at the chart before the end of the show here, but this thing ripped earlier this year. And out of curiosity, actually, I do want to take a quick look at the Chainlink chart here really fast. What chart can I live without? Yeah, I think I can live without this one right now. LINK. I know you can't see it yet. 1 second. All right, looking at the daily Chainlink. So, man, this thing had a sick run up from, summer last year. A lot of God knows what chart graffiti down there. From September 23 to local high, about a 294% move in 182 days. This thing does know how to move when it decides to pump. From the beginning of the year, so for December 31st to 80% in 65 days, not bad. And from the current price to local top, about a 62% move for Chainlink if it reclaims that yearly high. What we kind of got to be aware of, a couple things. First of all, we did have a nice bullish divergence kind of play out here that kind of popped Chainlink from down here and push it up from this big hammer reversal candle right here, top to bottom. We did see about a 38% move there in about 2 weeks. Currently still up about 28%. Where's my volume profile? There's my volume profile. There he is. Welcome back. Point of control is right around where it is. And really what you guys, if you're holding Chainlink, what I want you to focus on is this right here. We are, kind of in one of these types of triangles where generally I see these types break out to the upside, or even if you wanted to not look at it like a triangle and just draw this straight across, which is kind of more of the case, to be honest. Like, yes, to be fair, it has broken structure and put in lower lows. You can look at it like that. But to be honest, I kind of look at it more like this. We had this touch here, touch here, and it did wick below. But keep in mind, that's the body of the candle stayed there. It wicked below. The wick broke structure. The body of the candle respected support resistance. So this level for Chainlink here is 1217. 1217. That is a big alarm you want to set on Chainlink, because in the event Chainlink breaks down, does not break out of this triangle, and that would spell disaster for Chainlink. Because here's why. Because if you look at 2023, let's just see. I actually already have the line drawn right here. And even you could draw another one right here. You see these 2 lines right here? That kind of represents the value area low for Chainlink. Okay, this is the value area low. That's all you need to know. It's between 929 and 572. All right, this is like where you get my point. All right, and then look how quickly Chainlink came up from here to here. All right. That is because even the volume profile, when you're zoomed all the way out, it does have a lot of volume down here. I'm not going to use that as the Bible, but there is a lot of volume down the hill there on Chainlink. So kind of what you want to, the point I'm building to here is that when you kind of look at the volume profile closer up, you see how it kind of has this big kind of low volume node, specifically right here, this low volume node right there. That explains why Chainlink from here, the break of here to support resistance, there's a 30% move. It happened in 12 days. That's because there was no volume to pick it up. It rapidly moved to the next value area. Okay. So my point I'm building to is that if Chainlink loses this, it very well could skip through this little volume spike, which is represented in the profile as well, and fall back through here. That would be worst case scenario if, say, if Bitcoin went down or something like that. I hope it breaks to the upside, but you have to be aware of the implications of big levels getting broken. And that, unfortunately, is a reality in crypto. But obviously, we also want to set an alarm, not just that support resistance at, like I said, like 12, 16, right around here. We want to make sure we have this alarmed as well, this downtrend line here, because we break out of this. I believe 67% of the time they break to the upside. Like I said, we are about 68, 69% from local high, which is all the way up here at 22.8. Also, if you've seen any videos I've made in the past, you guys know that I think Chainlink can go much higher than where it currently resides. I'm going to zoom in here to like the 6 hour, try to make a call for. So we do have bearish divergence on the 6 hour, unfortunately. Boom, 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 boom. That is, not the same story is being told right there. Also, it looks like this level is hard to get above right here at 15.16, and also this level has been a pain in the ass as well, which is 14.65. Those could be like kind of awareness alarms, as I like to call them. And then if you want to kind of put Chainlink in a range, you could note that this here has been a level where it's held up. It's been a level where it's been the floor, it's been the ceiling, it's been the floor. So, losing 1343 is a big level for Chainlink. And also, some people would even argue, hey, head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders. And let's kind of look at this. And then look at that. Bang, bang, bang. All right. And then pull that measured move on up to the tippy top here. Let's look at where this puts us in the grand scheme of things, which would be a little bit below. It would break us out, but it would still be below this previous high here to elongate this line support resistance at 19.23. And from the current price to the breakout to the top of the measured move from the inverse head and shoulders would be about a 34% move for Chainlink. So, hey, keep in mind there is a neckline to be broken on Chainlink at 14.92. You're seeing a $15 Chainlink, not a bad time to buy it because it will have broken the neckline and could be headed up to break out of the descending triangle that has been in for quite some time. I mean, how long has Chainlink even been, falling here? Always something I like to keep track of from here to here. About 133 days. So, man, it's been a long time. I think it's about due time for Chainlink to turn around. I do want to say here really fast, couple things. Big shout out to sponsor of the channel. Once it loads here, Houdini Swap. Houdini Swap, guys, is absolutely amazing. I used to be terrified of bridges. In fact, I was hacked before because I used a bridge that I used the bridge before and it worked. And then I did not check anything and I went and used the same bridge again and I didn't know that it was down. And that's, a lot of targeted attacks happen on bridges. And that's extremely unfortunate. I finally found a bridge that I can trust, and which is why I was so happy to jump on board on the Houdini Swap team. And guys, it's beyond just jumping from chain to chain. First of all, jumping from chain to chain can be scary, especially for beginners. This makes it extremely easy. So say, transact freely. Say you want to go from the Ethereum mainnet to Solana, or say you want to go from, there's literally any token, any chain. It says right there when in the search bar. And a lot of chains, you can do it standard. Any token, any chain, you can do it standard. And almost a lot of the chains, not all of them, but a lot of them, you can do it privately as well, which adds a nice factor of privacy. Guys, this is crypto. I do completely believe in privacy. I believe it's an inalienable right and we should be respected. And if you want to privately, we don't walk around real life with our net worth above our heads for everyone to see down the street. So why should it be like that in crypto? And obviously there is a level of transparency, but there's also a line you have to draw where privacy matters too. And I do respect that Houdini Swap, offers offers this to have private or standard transactions. So guys, there is the link down below if you want to check it out. If you've been kind of looking for a bridge, you're scared to jump from chain to chain, there you go. Certainly be sure to check out Houdini Swap, sponsor of the channel, and I do really appreciate all that they do. And check out their Twitter as well. Not to mention they have their own coin called Lock. Not really contractually required to talk about Lock, but they do have a lot of really solid backers in terms of other project. I'm going to make a video on the channel here probably when I get back from my traveling, and the amount of backers they have is kind of impressive actually. So here is actually I'm checking their Twitter really fast. Houdini Swap V3 enables unmatched cross chains and tokens. You'll soon be able to trade blank from any chain. Guys, why can't I talk right now? We got Ace and X listing swap. Maybe I should tell the Phemex people to list Lock as well. There was like this list that I saw of like all the, because I know like Polkadot did a tweet about them, which was massive. I saw like Base OP. Where is it? I might not be able to find it right here right now, but like when you kind of get a pat on the back from the Polygon ecosystem, July 11th, private swaps through Houdini Swaps V3 aggregator is now live on Polygon. That's like not like some random project that came out of God knows where that like we're talking about. This is a project that's actually backed by a plethora of well-respected projects in crypto. That's the story I'm painting here. We got tweets here from Polygon. We had a tweet from Polkadot. There's been stuff from Optimism, I believe. It's good to see. It's good to see, and it does kind of add like a layer of it's legit to it. And then we do want to make sure right here, Houdini Swap partners with Avalanche for their V3 launch. It never ends. Avalanche. Wow, so many good partnerships coming out of the Houdini Swap camp. And if you want to check out their coin link, their token Lock, feel free to check that out right here, LOCK. I have some of it, and one of my friends messaged me, "Can I buy some of your Lock off of you with cash?" I'm like, no, absolutely no, sir. That is my Lock, and I'm keeping it. So there you go. Big shout out to Houdini Swap. Thank you for sponsoring this channel, keeping the wheels spinning here. Couple things. Going to end the show out with a little bit of technical analysis. But before I do that, I do want to say the Telegram group, we've been doing very well. Posted a bunch of setups in the group yesterday. Certainly going to go over them. Members only this week. I'm not sure. I don't know if we're going to have a members only this week. And if we do, it'll be tomorrow because Bitcoin Nashville, I'm just going to go ahead and clear my schedule because it's going to be absolutely insane. There's just too much going on to try to like promise things when I'm traveling like that and at crypto conferences. So just want to be completely upfront with the audience. But I still, every time I travel, I still post in the Telegram group because I'm still trading actively. And if you want to join the Telegram group, ajalphagroup@gmail.com, take your trading to the next level. But wait, hold the phone here. If you've been thinking about joining the Telegram group, this is actually the perfect time because your boy, AJ Writes Crypto, I turned 33 on July 27th. This Saturday is my birthday. I get to see Donald Trump speak on my birthday. Isn't that cool? And because it's my birthday, I'm giving, a discount to you all for the Telegram group, 27% off only for this week, and it'll never happen again. All right. And in the email that you send to, ajalphagroup@gmail.com, if you send me an email, hey, sign me up, make sure you say in the email, I want in on the birthday week discount. If you don't say that, you don't get it. All right. So 27% off, 1 month, $30, 3 months, $76, 6 months, $140, and 1 year, $262, which 27% off the normal prices. The platinum is not included in the birthday week discount. But, if you've been on the fence thinking about getting in the group or just checking out the group, now would be a great time to do it because it is the birthday week discount of 27% off. And once again, send me an email at ajalphagroup@gmail.com. Much love to the Telegram group, the Grogger gang. We are strong. We are ravenous. We've been absolutely nailing some trades. Love getting emails like this one from a brand new member of the group. So excited. Messaged me last night. Oh, dude, I won my first trade in the group. I can't believe it. It actually worked. Like, you called that. Like, you really called that. Like, dude, how did you do that? Brand new trader. Won his first trade in the group literally yesterday. 30% move. 30%. Let's go. That is the stuff that makes my heart just like, that makes me love the Telegram group and makes me want to just put so much of my work and effort into it, because those are the stories that just like get me going. Like, there was one guy who joined the Telegram group. In 2 weeks, he messaged me and says, dude, I've never had $100,000 before. I've never had 6 figures in my life. I started your group 2 weeks ago with 30 grand. And in 2 weeks, he turned 30 grand into over 100. And he's still going. He's still over 100. I checked in on him. All right. Last week I checked in on him. That is awesome. That, you guys, if a lot of traders out there, they're missing like one ingredient or two ingredients, or conceptually, they just got to do a lot of work. And I'm not trying to come on here and say I can make trading easy for you. Trading's not easy. Trading's hard. When you trade crypto, you're trading against the best in the world. When you trade crypto, you're playing basketball against LeBron. Not easy to do, but you need an edge. Just like playing any game, doing any activity that's competitive, you need to have an edge on your competition. I have an edge on the competition, and I share my exact setups with you. I don't tell you when to go. I don't tell you what to click. I'm not telling anything. I'm just showing you the charts I use, and I'm showing you the alarms I set. And what you do with the way you react to the alarms, that's up to you. That's up to you. But I can tell you how to react to the market. All right. I'm not telling you what to do. All right. And there's a fine line there. That's why people say, why don't you say the exact stop loss? Why don't you say the exact take profit? I'm like, well, if you listen to my material, what I'm saying, you'll actually know that that's kind of baked into every position at every alarm based off my strategy. But I also do have to skate on I can't give financial advice. But what I can do, I can show you my chart and show you where I have my alarm set and how to react to those alarms. It's a different thing. And all in all, we've been doing the Telegram group for like 3-4 months now, and it's gone very, very well. And it's really good to see people that, have struggled with trading start to kind of to really see the light bulbs go off in their heads. And that does me good. It does me good. Shout out to the guy who nailed this Popcat trade. And guys, once again, we are doing a birthday week discount for the group, 27% off. Amazing. And lastly, last time I'll say it, AJ@group@gmail.com. So let's talk about, I don't always like to, actually, I'm not going to show that chart. I can't give too much of the Telegram magic away during the live stream, but I did say that someone wanted to see Hedera. Ogre, let me check the chat here for a second. I do love a good sale, LOL. Ogre said, shout out to Matt. If you're on the fence, get on over. You definitely need to be in that group. Appreciate you. Karen Harris, I got a nice 13% this morning. Thanks to the group. Blockhead says, I'm up 40% on my short. Very nice. Karen, what trade did you do? Let me know in the chat. Amazing. We kind of talked about the Chang up hard fork. It's not really something that's like the biggest deal in my mind, and we've talked stories on it like multiple times. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip that one. I have about over 130 people watching the show. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate you. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So let's look at a couple charts here. Gonna end this show doing some TA, and also got to save the charts I picked out for 4 charts in 4 minutes. So very important. So remember we talked about Hedera last week. I did draw this little paper line here saying that I thought it was going to go up from that line. Certainly did. About 6% in 6 hours. Call, but now it's literally right back to where it was. So if you remember on the live stream, so I'm going to go ahead and paper trade with myself, draw a line right here. And so we properly called a 6% trade on the show, but it did come back down to where it was. So let me get rid of that thing. And like I said, we do have this kind of, trend line forming up, coming into a support resistance level right here, just under 8 cents. So certainly you want to have 8 cents alarmed on your H-bar chart. Kind of zooming out, looking at the 6 hour, did just close below the 50 EMA, which is not really what I want to see on Hedera. I think this is a bad chart that doesn't go too far back into history. Oh yeah, because I wanted the clean H-bar chart. I remember talking about that now. Okay, so we certainly have some previous historical levels here. 7, 6, 7. We're still above that. We're below this one at 9.5. Like I said, we just closed below the 50 on the 6 hour, which is really not a good look, to be honest with you. This level here has been a pain in the ass for Hedera, the H Barbarians, to get above, which is at 7.9. I think we had that drawn on the last chart. And then, like I said, we haven't, at the very least, we've been putting in slightly higher lows, which is something you want to see. So we basically are sandwiched in. The walls are closing in to a degree. We're either going to bounce off this breakdown or bounce off this breakout. So certainly set all of these alarms on this. So to basically get these touches in, let me get rid of this, get these touches in here for this little uptrend, and then make sure you touch this right here at 0.079. So just under 8 cents is that alarm if you want to go ahead and follow along that setup on Hedera. Very cool. A couple other setups. Definitely got to talk about Algorand. Big shout out to Algorand. Did announce last week I am officially a partner with Algorand, which is really, really cool. I started off as a humble member of the Algo fam, and slowly kind of, worked my way into somehow being a partner for Algorand, which is amazing. And they are the coolest group of people ever. Guys, I went to Barcelona just last month for Decipher. And if you missed those interviews, I interviewed, Mark, the CMO, who I'm interviewing again in Las Vegas in a little less than a month at Rare Evo on the main stage. It goes Charles Hoskinson. It goes this woman from Microsoft. And right after her, me and Mark, the CMO of Algorand, on the main stage in Vegas. I'm so excited for that. So make sure you definitely go check out the previous interviews I did with everyone in the Algorand community from Decipher in Barcelona. Really good time. They have had a lot of really good news come out as well. And certainly keep an eye out for the video. If you're not going to our Evo, there will be a video of that interview. But, we do kind of have to get down the brass tacks here when it comes to the Algorand chart itself. So there are a lot of levels that have kind of give Algorand a headache. All right. And we've talked about this level 16 cents over time. 16 cents is the level for Algorand. I've talked about this in the past, guys. 16 cents. Look at this. So we came up here. I called this move. We get above 16, we're going. Look, 16 cents. Boom. Where'd we come back down to? 16 cents. Boom. All right. And now we're back. We're under here. We're at 15.2 right now. We need to get above 16 cents. Okay. So that is really like the big alarm for Algorand is at that level. The problem is that so Algorand has kind of come back here. We kind of had this turnaround, a nice little change from red to green here on Market Cipher. But now we're kind of anchor wave, trigger wave, kind of coming down in the momentum wave. But similar to Hedera, Hedera actually 6 hour candle closed below the 50 EMA. Algorand is yet to do that. And because the EMAs are coming up, we're like, are we going to get this bull cross? Are we going to get this bull cross, or are we going to get shut back down? So that does kind of change things in the conversation. We want Algorand to maybe bounce off this level here. Look at all the times it bounced off this level. We're talking 14, let's go ahead and say 15 cents. All right. It held, this has been a major support resistance level. So let's hope Algorand can hold 15 cents and kind of turn around and get us that bull cross on the 6 hour, which would be really bullish. And then we can kind of start talking, 25, 26 cents again, like we were earlier in the year. Certainly never giving up on Algorand. It is, not, basically going to go ahead and say it's my favorite project in crypto. It really is. The tech is just there. I think that once the tech catches up to the market cap, or once the market cap catches up to the tech, Algorand's a big play. It's a big play. And from where it is now to its local top at 33 cents, local high for the year, we're looking at 117% pump. Algorand really, depending on how you want to draw this, it has broken out, but it hasn't really exploded yet. But there is certainly an argument there that the worst is over, which I completely agree with. Even kind of coming into the daily chart, and really, over time, what matters here is that look at where it is and look at where it's been. It has respected this macro uptrend that that has been forming since August of 23, over a year at this point, almost a year at this point. And I feel that as long as I actually want to kind of move that like there, and if Algorand breaks this level, my heart is broken. Algorand breaks this uptrend, my heart is broken. But I don't think it's going to. I think it's very likely that we'd like to stay above 14.9, aka 15 cents, and continue on past 16. Because if Algorand gets above 16 cents, it's on like Donkey Kong. Going to look at one more chart today, but I have not decided what that chart is. So maybe let me know in the chat. I'm going to look at the chat here for a minute. Let me know. The first person to tell me the chart they want to see gets that chart made. The first person that says a chart is the one that they get called out. Turbo JC44. Turbo it is. Crypto Knight says, do you sometimes enter trades and let them play overnight, or do you always monitor your trade, say for 2-hour charts? All right, well, Crypto Knight, it kind of depends, because if I'm making a trade based off the 2-hour chart, that's like more of a swing play where it's something, okay, I have to let it ride, and I'm certainly going to just let it rock overnight. And the thing is, it's fine going to bed with the trade open as long as you have a stop loss and there's volume on the chart. Yeah, there has to be volume on the chart, because they might not respect your stop loss if it doesn't have volume. You can't take what's not there. So yeah, I don't have a problem going to sleep with trade open. I don't like to be honest, but I will if I will. I do it all the time. I just don't like it necessarily. But and I say that because a lot of my trades are, I start from like the daily chart, and then I slowly zoom in. I zoom in. I zoom in. I zoom in, and 12-minute time frame is my baby. The 12-minute chart, I don't know what it is. The way the EMAs play on the 12-minute, that has been my bread and butter in terms of making money trading crypto. It just took a lot of years, somehow landed me at the 12-minute chart. All right, so let me go to let me just pull a new one. Let's open up my 100th trading view tab today. Turbo. This is in the group for a while, but unfortunately it's lost that it having like a lot of volume. It had a lot of volume for a little while, and then it stopped having that volume. So here, let me kind of arrange this chart really quick, because we do have some previous levels that we've drawn here and still actually have active alarms on them. I just have to elongate the line 1 second. All right, so we have that one. My computer's saying I have a turbo alarm going off because I moved the alarm I had, and it's like, no, you hit the line. Okay, so I also have 2 TradingView accounts, and I turned this. I don't really run alarms on this one because I hate when alarms go off during the show. So here we are with Turbo. And guys, I must say with the chat, you guys called Turbo. I did not call Turbo. The chat would not let up and made me talk about this. If you guys remember, this line was drawn before that broke out. I will say it one more time on this show, because of you, the chat. This line of this high support resistance was drawn before that broke out. And you guys can pat yourselves on the back for that one, because if you had that alarm set, you went long off the break of that, you are looking at a 544% move in 8 days. Not bad. All right. Since then, Turbo, it did have a couple separate ideas here from this kind of descending here breakout. We did nail that trade. I remember that one. Top to bottom, 37% in 4 days. And then if you kind of wanted to get fancy, you could, here, let me get rid of this. Get rid of this. You could have pulled this over and touched it like that, which would have been another breakout. Did not call this one on the show. Actually, have not looked at Turbo in a while, because like I said, it kind of lost its volume on Phemex, but it has had an 80% move from that breakout in the past 7 days. So now we kind of got to think to ourselves, okay, well, now is it going to become this? Because it did have a big wick here, right? And that big wick, that's called a hammer. It could be signaling a reversal. Not to mention that, you know, Turbo does have a nice little box of chop kind of in here with some volume down here on 0.0045. So you could make an argument for that. And obviously we have these levels set here from previous support resistance levels at 0.6, a lot of 0.68, a lot of 0.62, and a lot of 0.55. So if we come and bounce this, we short from there to there, it's 9.3. And if we short from here and it comes all the way down, we're looking at a 20% move from 6.8 to 5.5. So these are certainly levels I would like to keep an eye on. And then if you want to add an alarm to the local top here at 7.9, feel free to do that in your own time. Kind of want to zoom in a little bit on the 2 hour. And it does look like it is trying to hold this level at the moment. Yeah, so I would say right now, conditional range between 7.9 and 6.8. And there is a lot of volume below, but it did just put a green dot on the 2 hour. So maybe it's going to put up a little bit of a fight. Big shout out to Turbo. It's killer community. All right, everybody. That is the show for the day. You guys rock. I will do more call outs, TA, tomorrow. I think maybe tomorrow I'm going to have to do the members. If I'm going to do the members only this week, it's going to have to be tomorrow. So I think let's just go ahead and say tomorrow members only. Okay. I'll probably do it quickly after the live stream. I'll still do like 45 minutes to an hour, but that is, you know, aimed at the Telegram group. You know, that is a more of an educational angle at technical analysis. And it is certainly, if you're in the Telegram group, you really should become a member of the channel. And if you're thinking about joining the Telegram group, you should become a member, because then you could see the charts that we're looking at on that YouTube show. Because I've had a lot of people that said, you know, I wasn't sure about the group, and then I watched your members only streams and I joined right away. And that generally tends to happen because people say, okay, we're going over the charts, you're explaining the charts, but I would have got this set up when you gave it to me if I was in the group. And that is certainly the truth there. So someone said in the chat, price prediction for Turbo, people are saying 25 cents, 15 to 25 cents. Well, it's kind of hard to call because there's no previous price action to go off of. And I mean, this right here is, it got shut down just below 1 penny. So saying 15 to 25 cents is you're asking for a whole lot, man. You're asking for a whole lot. For the sake of argument here, how much? What is the market cap on Turbo? All right, so Turbo is currently 149 by market cap. It's just under 500 million. I mean, I don't know enough about the project to like make a proper price prediction, but I wouldn't hate to see 3 or 4 cents, even 5 cents. I mean, that'd be great. Get out the gun, fan. Oh God. Yeah. That is such a funny comment. Oh, that's rich. Get out the gun, fan. All right, fine. Let me pull a fresh Turbo chart. TURBO. The thing is that there's not much to go off of. Yeah, the tokenomics are good for Turbo. So the thing is, it's kind of like, where do you even draw it from? Let me get rid of the EMAs here. I guess you draw it from here. Why can't I see that? 45. Yeah, that does make sense, actually, because it did bounce off here twice. It did bounce off this once, and it stayed below the 1-1 there. I don't know if that's the best place to draw it from, though. Because if we pulled it over to here, let's just kind of experiment with it for a second. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. That makes more sense because it kind of aligns a little bit better, and the 1-1 is the most important level. So you want to see some activity above the 1-1. And as you see, we've broken the 1-1 before. So now if we kind of zoom out here and kind of look at, all right, so say it doesn't even stay. Say we respec from here to here, which it has done for a lot of the price action. So this right here would be October 25. Here's August 25. And then December 25 right here. So we're looking 4 cents. Yeah, 1.6 to 4 cents. If it stays on the 1-1. Like I said, that's literally what I said before. I said 3, 4, maybe 5 cents before. And then if we actually break through the 1-1 and get up into this range, we're talking 6 to 8 cents right there. Depending on, like I said, guys, breaking this level, the blue line is the most important level in GON theory. So, you certainly want to stay above that level, and it has done that before. So it's not unheard of for it to get in here. It has, but it needs to get up there and stay up there and kind of project out. But it has done a lot of movement between the 2-1 and the 1-1. So even in that scenario, best case you're looking at 4 cents, worst case you're looking at 1.50. So I still think it's a little bit too soon to say exactly like a full projection for Turbo, because it is a meme coin. It might not follow. It might explode. Like it is. Just because you pull a GON fan on something doesn't mean it's guaranteed to land there. I just really like to use them. It's a really strong tool that makes a lot of sense. And but some projects do have a mind of their own, so you can't lean on a GON fan for everything. You have to put your own thoughts into it as well. But it's certainly a good tool to figure out a range. And I think 1.50 to 4 cents is more than fair for Turbo. Slick Rick, AJ, I sent an email to join the Telegram 2 weeks ago, and any news I'll be able to. All right, so Slick, we did switch the people who were. Someone got fired and someone got hired, taking care of the group. So if you send an email and you did not get a response, just start over and send a new email. Say, hey, my name's Slick Rick. I want to get in on it. All right. And might have been a good thing that you are late to the sign up, because right now we're doing 27% off for this week only. This ends on my birthday. Saturday is the last day. Ends on my birthday. 27% off on the Telegram group. Guys, make sure you get in. AJAlphaGroup@gmail.com. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You guys rock. Amazing. Shout out to Slick Rick, Chris Marges, JC, Crypto Knight, Oleg, Jesus, Kelchi. Appreciate each and every one of you. You guys rock. You guys rock. Jesus says, what's good with you and Pal, bro? You used to talk about them a lot. Well, yeah, I did. I still do. I just talked about on 4 charge 4 minutes. I made a call for Pal to go 32%, and it did it in 4 days. I called it right there on that show, and I reviewed that trade during this show. I think that I like them. I don't hate them. They're not like the strongest project for me. There is a part of me that fears that they could have been a flash in the pan. It could have been, but I still look at the chart and analyze it like I would any other chart. I don't have a problem with them, not at all. No, it's a good project. You never know. All right, guys, I am out of here. Smash the like button on your way out the door. I'd really appreciate it. You guys are amazing. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Members only show tomorrow. Stay tuned later today. I will be putting out another 4 charts in 4 minutes. And actually withheld a couple of charts here on the show because I wanted to save them for the segment. You're not going to want to miss that. It'll probably come out around 4 o'clock, I'll say. 4 charts in 4 minutes on the 4-hour. Yeah, 4 charts in 4 minutes on the 4-hour chart at 4 p.m. A lot of 4s there, all right? Everybody, do it for the streets. Get rich or get wrecked. Later.